Demand Lithuanian integration. I mean, maybe we'll see what this... Let's see what the Polish one does first, shall we? This is nice. Look at that. Chromium tungsten in there. It's a 70-day one, though. Let's have a look. But it does improve our economy. Let's grab that one first. Come on, Poland. Come on. Fingers crossed. They've done it. The Kingdom of Poland accepts our demands. Karl Albrecht I of the Kingdom of Poland has announced that the Polish nation will hand Lodz, Plock, and Białystok, I don't know how to pronounce these words at all, over to us. Perhaps they have not yet figured out what plans we have in store for the Polish state. Brilliant. That's even more. Excellent. Excellent. Let me just take these guys over here and draw that in. So, oops. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's just get that. Delete them both. And that is... I can't see which army it is, so we'll just do that. That's fine. So we've gained more of Poland. See this place here? I will be there in about 3 weeks on Saturday as we drive to Ukraine. Have a video coming up about that soon. Nice. Excellent. Decisions available. Is there anything cool in here that we can do? We can recall Paul von Etolorve. The old line of East Africa once again offers his services. He becomes a level 4 general. Sharpen air safety regulations. The fighter production costs, they're all increased. It doesn't say what benefit we get, though. It just says... It just says everything, all the production costs are increased. There will be a benefit. Let's have a general back. Develop the Emsland oil fields. Excavation 4. Oh, that sounds like a good one. Right. Now we're getting interesting stuff coming up as an option. Improved computing machine. Radar. Let's get that. Then we can start putting it on the ships. We have civilian factories. Let me just check. Do we get any cool... There's still no cool stuff out here. That's a shame. What about railroads? Because there's a chance... I did think there's a chance that this lot wasn't actually connected up to our network. So let's add a few in here. 2s, we're going to get these up to 3s everywhere. Oops. And... It's the weak point, I think, is going through this system here. We need to support our guys on the front, though, so that's what we're doing. Doesn't need to be right now, though, does it? But can we can actually build radar at this point, which we should. We should have one there. Put this at the top of the list, actually, because we don't really trust what's going on around here. Do we? We don't. Okay, let's get a bit of radar going. We'll see what's happening. We need our eyes on the world here. Can't believe we've got to June 1940. We haven't fought Europe, but we've expanded it like this. This is looking good. This is looking good. Communist China has capitulated. There's a piece of China here. There's that going on there. And there's a piece more China here. Japan is kind of rampaging. I'm not sure. Oh, God, the Turkish okay. And White Finland joined the Pact of Rome. They've all joined this faction over here. I maybe should have accepted the Turkish Empire into my faction. But then, you know, with the German Empire, have I missed an opportunity there? It's a worry. So we've got the 1940s cruiser. I'm going to wait until we get the new light guns, and then we start doing that, because I want... We definitely want light cruisers. Even if we're doing a big, heavy one to go out raiding, we definitely want some light cruisers in there as well. So we're going to have... I wanted to do a German naval fleet. We're going to do all sorts of fun things with this. 1940s destroyer is something that we want. And the 1940s destroyer can be the last one that we actually make. or design, and it should do the rest of the war for us. Okay, so we're moving on. We have 1.7 million men in the field. More in training. Our tired industry is trying to produce the guns and everything that we demand. We've got the improved light battery now. So that pretty much, unless I go for this, a dual-purpose battery, allows cruisers and heavy ships to engage enemy screaming ships as secondary targets while dealing damage to another target. Well, they're secondaries, so they won't matter. Actually, they will matter for everything, won't they? Yeah, go on. I'll take them. I'll take them. We don't have spare dockyards yet anyway, so we don't really need to worry too much about this. We will take a look at that in a second. Let's get the fun stuff around here. And yep, ground attack, bombs, ground attack. Invest in Warrington Stahlwerke, which was... Oh, that gives us a load of materials, which is really cool. All right, we're going back to Empire grabbing now because I'm enjoying this bit. We are going for demand Lithuanian integration. This is Lithuania. Right, okay. Come over here. You know you want to. Everything's safe. I'll be honest with you. You are safer in the Empire than outside of it. Holy shit, did you see all that? That was a load of people joining the Union of Britain, I think. Proximity fuse for naval engineering. So this is going to give naval... Yeah, that's something that we want to do. It's probably going to use a load of resources, though. You need to retrain again. We don't have the political power. So the Union of Britain is... It's a big old faction, is this? the whole of the British Empire, apart from Canada. And maybe Australia. What's happened to Australia, actually? Sensible people. They're doing good. New Zealand, doing good. Canada, doing good. See, these are the countries that I would say are the sensible ones of the Commonwealth these days. Britain is definitely not. Canada is an awesome place to live. New Zealand is an awesome place to live. Been to both. Australia, I hope to go to one day. But anyway, King Carol has abdicated. King Carol of Romania saw no choice but to go. So what's happened in his place? They've gone fascist. Interesting. Decisions available for what? Public works. There's lots of stuff. We need the points. Italian Albania has capitulated. Look at the mess of Europe. The Pacific Worker State joined the British Communists. Well, okay, I feel like we have to go to war with Britain now. France is doing its own thing. The Russian Civil War is still going. And we have radar available, which we should probably grab the next one off straight away. We'll go for that. We'll have to put some on some ships, I think. Uh-oh. The Iraqi fascists seize control in Turkish Iraq. The Iraqi fascists have successfully ousted the former ruling government and taken control of the whole country. The Iraqi fascists have made it clear that one of their primary objectives is to rid Arabia of British influence at any cost, and they believe that German intervention is the best way to achieve this. Turkish Iraq? It is hardly our concern. However, Britain isn't involved in there. I don't want to invite them to the faction. That will drag me into all sorts of shit. Hardly our concern. Just leave it. Our concern is Europe. French communists take power. The radicals have taken over. Okay, they might be something to really keep an eye on now. Should we do a little series of... Should we build our own Maginot Line? We could do that. Where's the artillery? Well, that's a big feature of our defences, so let's get that upgraded. We have more infantry coming online. Good quality infantry as well, with good stuff. We currently have a huge shortage of medium tank destroyers. Actually, that's it. Super heavy howitzers, but we're working on that. The artillery, we can actually... Oh, we can actually go and change this priority then, because the artillery has managed to catch up by quite a bit, which is great. So I'm going to cut that down by half. That's actually excellent. Trains and trucks and stuff we're doing okay with. Put one more into the towed anti-air. That should catch up and get a surplus pretty quick. And then everything else into basic medium tank destroyers. Doing one a day. So that's actually not bad. Improved infantry equipment. Good. So far things are coming on quite nicely. That would be an improved heavy cannon. Don't know what to do. 1940. We can get... Oh, I need to do some focuses and get better airframes and stuff, don't I? Should we go and get... We could start working this stuff up while we're going down that. I want to play with the Navy, but I mean... Everything else is telling me to just get your act together. Heavy machine guns. Let's start working down those. We're going to want better fighters, better ground support. My problem is I want all the things and I want it all now. Let's make sure that's grouped up there. Oh, you guys seriously need some training up. What happened there? Does anyone else need training? I've clearly missed that one. 2 lots of light tanks. You do. Everyone else is okay. Catholic Mexico declared war on Panama. Ah, okay, nice. So, demand Lithuanian integration. The Lithuanian question. As was stated in the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, the lands known currently as Lithuania were to become a client state of ours, though the exact details hadn't been completely hashed out. Now that it has once again become relevant, we must decide how should we deal with Lithuania. They should be incorporated into the German Empire, or perhaps we can make them our client state. Well, puppets are generally better. Let's go details on this and see what leads on to. Subduing the Baltic states. What does that want? Let's have a look. Gain 3 Baltic lands, Poland, Estonia, Latvia. I think it gives us war goals against them. Okay, so it's not quite. Incorporate. What's this? So, requires establish Eastern Grand Duchies, which I did see somewhere else. I can't remember where I saw it. It was down another line somewhere. But what does it actually do if we've got it then? Gains annex war goal against the Kingdom of Poland. So, oh, it's right there. I'm stupid. Formation of a Georgian Foreign Legion. Found a Baltic German state. Restore the Ukrainian state. Establish a Belarusian state. Found a Trans-Caucasian satellite state. Well, none of them matter about this, so I'm going to incorporate them into the German Empire. Or am I? No, I'm going to make them a client state. I'm going to go client state. So they have become... Let me go and see what they have become. So it's the Grand Duchy of Lithuania is now one of ours. Excellent. So they are a puppet. And we can still move on from there, so that's not a problem. And the cavalry that was on there, we can go and deploy somewhere else. So we can start looking at, say, the Netherlands, which could be a potential problem. They're in a faction, though, so they are going to be a bit of a worry. Right, let's get that, so we've got the best secondaries that we can get after that point. And then we'll design some ships. So I still need to do something over here. I feel like we've run out of the really cool stuff. A war goal against Poland. Am I ready for that? I don't think I am quite ready for that. Let's get this one. What's that do? What's that do? What's we've got? Special project speed. Nah. This one, however, I think is worth it, which is going to give us some cool artillery stuff. 35 days. We've got to get the army ready now. Oh, maybe I should bring that cavalry back. Because what we should have... Our allies should be able to help with that. So if we were to invade the Kingdom of Poland... I mean, Warsaw is just over the border there. We've got the 1940 destroyer. Grab that one. And at that point, we will go and develop the new destroyers. So I've got some proper soldiers down here on the Austrian border, which don't really need to be. And they should definitely come up. I think we're in a state, actually, to go to war with Poland. I honestly do. So let's get this chap of hardened veterans. And what we want to do is... There's a sodding river over there, which I don't want to deal with. Oh, Krakow. Oh, okay. We want to be down here. Right. So put on a front line like that. Yeah, because I was sorry. I was supposed to delete that one. And then an attack order to go just across the country like that. That should be pretty cool. That should be pretty cool. And also, let me just make sure we've got... Whoops. I'm going to do that. 17 divisions on there. That should be enough. Basically got a training army over here. The rest of the guys... Just going to chill out, I think. This force... Oh, these forces are actually... Right, so we could actually do that, couldn't we? On that side of the river. Oh, whoops. Hang on. We need everyone. I thought that looked a bit wrong. Prussian artillery doctrine. So we're going to get a bit tougher. And then fan Prussian militarism. So this is going to help with recruitable population and all the rest of it, which we do need. This is a 35-day one. It gives us war support. Because colonial missiles, non-core manpower. Let's do that. Anything now that's manpower without us having to go too far up the conscription tree would be amazing. Right, I'm looking forward to abusing my powers massively. I think this is going to be so much fun. And as far as I can tell, you guys aren't in any other particular faction. It's just market access. That's cool. That's cool. We've got the improved artillery. We're in December 1940. I think we're heading towards something fun now. Anything in there? We could get the fuel processing, which is always going to be useful. We should probably start working towards... Yeah, let's get this and get the new airframes. We're going to get those into position. We've got all the rail... I can't believe we've done the railways. That's incredible. Is there anything... There's still nothing up there. I thought... Yeah. No good materials for us. So, what are we going to need? Factories, probably. Factories and dockyards. Let's put 6 factories into there. Dockyards. We'll boost the dockyards a little bit like that. We probably don't have any great fuel silos. That wouldn't be a bad idea, you know. Put one in there. And more synthetic refineries. Because we need them. We just need them. We need oil and rubber. They're our key things now. Now, let me just take a look at this, because if we can get Czechoslovakia and Poland, they've got chromium, tungsten. Poland's not particularly rich. We've got the heavy machine guns, so they're going to be ready for the new fighters and new airframes, which I actually should start researching. Alright, I kind of like how it's coming along now. We've got new radar. That's looking good. But I keep going back to the Navy, but we don't really need to keep going down there. What's over here? That's fine for... That's fine for now, actually. That's fine. Let's get this boosted up a little bit, shall we? Because this is looking like it's lacking a bit. So better engineers, better reconnaissance. We've got divisions ready for the attack. I think we can hold that line against Czechoslovakia. We've got the Welt politic. The second naval race. That's going to be a load of tension. Britain and France are going to hate us. We get 4 dockyards. And we get dockyard output, which is increased. We're not going after them just yet. So let's hold back on that one. And let's get Prussian militarism. I keep looking at these things. And then I've got to remember that I still have to build my economy, don't I? What's the consumer goods factories at the moment? So recovering economy, consumer goods factories, 25%. It would be good not to have that, but it's a 70-day focus. That would be nice to have. I think that's too good not to go for, actually. 10% consumer goods factories is... it's going to get things down. All right. And then, the next one. The next one, I promise, I'm going to pick the Polish War. We should do it. Danish inquiry for hosting troops. We've received a clandestine inquiry from Christian the X prodding our interest in hosting Danish troops on German soil to train and equip them in preparation for the total liberation of the Norwegian Protectorate of Denmark. We could hide their numbers and true purpose by labelling them military police. Yes, I think so. I think we will host that. Denmark needs to break free. As Queen famously sung. Right, keep going with this. We've got the dual-purpose battery. At that point, I think we're good to develop our next... Or should I get that first? Our next level cruiser? I'm going to get that first. And then we get the next level cruiser. Promise. There's so many good things to put on. And destroyer as well. Right, what can you work on? We've got some 1936 destroyers. We've got some cruisers coming along. Do you know what? This is okay. I'll hold off on the dockyards for a little bit. And then we'll get the new destroyers going in. Actually, as that's coming along... Destroyers... I could just put destroyers in. Let's put some more destroyers. Can I even find them? 1940s... Oh, we haven't actually got the design built for that yet, so... That's... Thank you. That's okay. We'll put them there, and we'll switch them both together, which will be awesome. Survivability studies. Excellent. We are ready for... No, we're not, because we need the engines. Should be about the same time as we get the airframe. More troops, and still more troops. Could our cavalry do anything from Lithuania? Depth charge mortar. Good. Now I want the... I do want the torpedo tubes, and I'll design a 1940s destroyer. Quite happy with how our designs are coming on. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay, so let's get... We're in 41. We want the artillery upgrade. And now... Oh, God, I've let this go on for far too long. We should definitely have someone in there. So, have we got anyone for the Chief of the Air Force? We've got an air reformer at the moment. That's all we have. Do we have any options in here to play with? What do these public works do? I think it just increases building slots. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Select where to recruit Struppen divisions. Reorganize the African Struppen. We don't have anywhere in Africa, so that's not an option. Improved worker conditions. For 6 months, we will gain some stability from it, but stability is not too bad. Military parade in the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Daily support from the lines. I don't think we need to. Okay, so it's really this. We've got... Yeah, he's good. Infrastructure. Consumer goods factories. We can't argue with that. I don't think we can... Oh, it's here I'm looking for. Was there one with the support for the unaligned? We could have spies. I might put him in for a bit. Actually, no, I think spies are going to be the best one to go for. We'll go spies. Get some more people recruited. It's a extra defense, if nothing else, against enemy spies. Right. Agricultural reforms. Nice. That was one. Oh, it opens up some cool stuff, does it? What do we get? Basically, this is upgrading our provinces, actually, which is really nice. That's very cool. But I did promise. Oh, I wanted that one, didn't I? Crap. All right. Establish the Eastern Grand Duchies. Let's get that. And then I think we need to go to war with Poland here. I think it's coming on. White Finland rejects the Soviet demands. Sweden requests trade of knowledge and sharing for ball bearings. Yes, that's actually a good one for us. It reduces our research speed. That's okay. We get other things that are good. So it pays for that. That's nice. Free military factories. I will take this. Brilliant. We've got a stock of flame tanks, of super heavy howitzers. We probably don't need that many flame tanks, do we, building up? What are we short of? Tank destroyers. Yeah, they're the ones. It's the tank destroyers we need. Okay. Let me get some aircraft out here. So, do we have any ground support? Yeah, that should have been a thing before now, to be quite honest. I'm not gonna lie. Let's take those off. And that. And then train everything else. Oh, not you. Cool. Spies. What spies do we want? Just click the guys with the most stats. I think that's the way to do it. They can sit on the defensive for now. Peru declared war on Chile. Right then. Okay. Establish the Eastern Grand Duchies. This really feels like a German Empire playthrough now. I like this. With the recent declaration, their intent is to restore the borders of the Brest-Litovsk peace treaty. A few exiled Georgian generals and soldiers have approached us wishing to aid us in the reconquest of their former homeland, in exchange for promises to re-establish the Georgian state and grant it lordship over the Caucasus. Should we accept? They're welcome to join us. 2 Georgian Legion infantry units. Okay. Okay. Which now... Oh, we've got 2 options here. Subduing the Baltic states or incorporate... Screw it. Incorporate the Polish rump state. Let's start it. Even the last remaining pieces of Poland belong to the Empire as specified in the Brest-Litovsk Treaty. We must reclaim these territories by force if necessary. So I'm going to guess it will be by force, and I'm going to guess it will be necessary, but I'm going to guess it's going to be a whole load of fun as well. Do you know what? We've got this army here, right? These guys. Oh, that did you see that? Did you see that? That suddenly flashed up. It's the bloody game saved in the middle of... I think it saved. Yeah, it did. In the middle of trying to draw that, and it kind of bollocksed it. So Bratislava's going to need to fall. There we go. We'll do some plans. White Finland rejects Soviet demands. There's an awful lot of problems going on with White Finland and the Soviets. Kind of glad that I'm not really part of it. We can invite to faction. The Japanese. Do we want to invite them to... It's a fairly big, powerful thing. We won't get drawn into a war with China. I kind of feel like I might need some allies in the world to face the... Yes, because if I don't, they'll join somebody else's. Let's invite them in. Okay, I don't know what this template is going to be like. Let's have a little look. Not great. Not great if I'm honest. Put you in there. Right, alright. We'll leave those guys out for a minute. We've accepted the faction. Okay, we are not joining the war. We're just not. We don't need to go to war with China. There's nothing in it for us. I do wonder if that was a stupid thing to do, actually. I guess we'll find out. Advanced ship torpedo launcher. Right, okay. What we need to do now is design us some new ships, which I think we will do on the next episode, because I'm going to call it there for now, folks. We've expanded the German Empire considerably, and we're going to get a big chunk of this, and that's going to open up some humongous options. It looks like Finland's doing okay against the Russians over there. And we have all sorts of other things to worry about. How's the Navy doing? We have a huge fleet of destroyers, which we need. Some big ships, some light cruisers. We will get them into action at some point soon. But we're going to see how our army does against Poland first, as they look like easy pickings. Right. Oh, well, I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. Do let me know your thoughts. As always, I would love the comments. And I will see you again on the next one.